$200. If you're sick of these, I am too. But if you're here to watch this, it's gonna be a live, open discussion with the people who are watching this video. There's gonna be a lot of information that I share and talk about, but it's a real life discussion that I'm hoping we can all have together. Came from my Amazon Live. Welcome. It has been a long day. I did Zoom, then we did break for a second, then I did Amazon Live, and then now I'm talking about this. Hi guys. I have decided that it is important for me to address these things, as I have watched so many lovely people on the internet finally standing up for what is right. And a lot of the times it's just me, just me willing to stand up and say how I feel. And I left Cricut a long time ago, so I have no worries if they're gonna drop me or what. Like, I know they're not gonna take me back. I don't want them to take me back. So I have been honest for a long time, trying to filter out like personal feelings and personal stories, because that's just not drama that I need to have on the internet. But it's big right now, and they updated again saying that basically they're retracting what they said for a while. They're pushing, everybody is getting grandfathered in to only be able to upload 20 designs. That won't happen to anybody who has or will buy a machine by December 31st, 2021. After that, though, any machines even we decide to buy or new customers will have that 20 upload image max if they're not an Access member. So I will communicate, like I will talk back to you guys in a second and address what you guys have to think, but I just wanted to get some of my thoughts and feelings out. So this has been just so interesting. Like, this has been, I've been looking at the Reddit stuff, and I've been looking at the YouTube stuff, and most of the time it's me, like, being like, I personally, biasedly, like 100% biasedly, am not, I don't like the company. So a lot of the times I have to check myself and be like, are you saying this because you're angry at Cricut? Or are you saying this because it's honest and it's real? And there have been many, many moments when I step back and I don't say something because I'm genuinely mad at the company because of what they did to me on my crafting journey. And so there's been many moments when I've held back, I haven't said something. When I'm reviewing a product, I could really care less how much I drag it through the mud if I think that it's a bad product. Do I think the mug press is bad? No. Do I think it's worth $200? No. Not gonna say that again. You guys all know how I feel about that. But when I see multiple people obviously hurt by something that someone is trying to do, or in this case, a company is trying to do, it's an injustice if I don't stand up and speak out, especially being one of the major teachers of Cricut. Haley from the Foiled Plan came out and made a video I watched this morning, did a really good job of explaining how, like, any video we've put out that says anything about like multiple uploads, you can upload as much as you want, like, that's completely irrelevant now after December 31st. I'm gonna have to go in and either tweak content or update content or make sure that content people know. And like, the more I'm watching it, and more people saying like, I'm gonna buy Silhouette, I'm gonna go buy Brothers Cannon Cut, I'm not gonna buy a Cricut, I'm selling my Cricut today. I don't like cancel culture at all, and I'm not okay with just canceling somebody because you don't agree with them, or because whatever they're doing is you don't agree with, basically. However, when a company literally is taking, I think everyone agrees that the way they did it was extremely, extremely shady. And I think that's wherein lies the problem. It's not necessarily like, it wasn't, and I think they say they heard us, but they didn't really hear us. The issue at hand wasn't just the 20 uploads, because honestly, a lot of people who were complaining were like, I have access, I'm fine, but this is rude, this is wrong. We weren't necessarily like angry at the fact that they can upload 20 images only. We were more angry about the fact that we would gladly pay $10 if your design program was worth it. Can you fix your design program? Not give us that back. Give us a better design program. They didn't address that part. They didn't address the, we're working on it, we're investing our money into things that our community is asking. They slipped it in to an email that should have been extremely exciting. If all the 20 things wasn't aside, everybody would be in an uproar in the opposite direction right now with how excited we were for what they were actually doing with the design program. It was very, very sneaky to add it into such an exciting moment, so small, at the bottom, and hope that it wouldn't even get noticed. And you know that that's what it was. Because nobody adds, when I write my newsletter, the things I want to be seen are going to be at the top of the newsletter. I am not going to put in it has nothing to do with me, period. You don't put in, one does not put in very small writing at the bottom of a letter, something that is going to just completely wash out everything you just said. And I get that rare business, they need to make money. We get all that. We get all that. And we know all the answers. We know all the, they promised us free uploads. It's not what they told us we were going to get when we bought the machine. Lots of us have had our machines for years. So I get all that. But to go back on it now just solidifies the fact that what they did was wrong. You know what I mean? Like, if you have to openly apologize about something that probably took months to plan, you don't just make these decisions on a whim. You don't. It's not like they were sitting there in the conference room and they were like, okay, we've been working on Offset for 3 years. We finally got it. Oh, by the way, can we plug in that thing about how they're not going to be able to upload the 20 images? I just came up with that last night in a dream, and I think it'd be great. Let's just throw that out there. That's what you apologize for. You apologize for going, oops, accidentally. That was not smart. Sorry. We didn't mean to say that. It wasn't smart. Instead, it was a very thought out, pre-planned thing. And somebody said, let's put it at the bottom of the message. Let's hit them where it hurts at the end, but give them exactly what they've been asking for to make them feel like we listen to them and that we love them. Like, love has nothing to do with it. They're a company. That they like their users. They care about us. So let's put all that in there, and then let's plug something at the bottom. Very small. Let's do it on a Friday so that we don't have to answer them for a whole weekend. Meanwhile, our companies that carry our products, like Michael's, has to put our machine on sale and then deal with the backlash of all these people. Michael's has nothing to do with it. Michael's, poor Michael's. Like, I get that it's Cricut and like they carry Cricut, they can control that, but they literally were responding to people directly on their Facebook page when Cricut stayed silent and their poor customer service had to deal with all of this. And then Ashish comes out with one letter and is the savior of the world. That was very over the top. Savior of the day. We'll say the savior of the day until we let it sit in for a while. It's how they like to do things. They like to pretend like this thing is amazing, and then you let it sit down and you go, actually, no. No, what you did was wrong, and we're gonna have boundaries, and we forgive you. But guess what? Forgiveness doesn't always mean reconciliation. And what it did was cause us to see some true colors in a company that is out to use their members for whatever they're using them for. Not even members, because they're hurting the people who are not their members. And I don't know. And if it wasn't piggybacked off of the mug press that was piggybacked off the Cricut Joy, if we had been hitting the nail on the freaking head with products for the last year and a half and letting us know, like, we're working hard on all the things you guys ask, instead of staying silent and then bam, I've never heard the word offset come out of Cricut's mouth once, and then it comes out with this. Shady. I'm sorry, but it's a little shady. So, I know they're out for a profit, which is what a business is out for, but guess what? It is the turn of a freaking time. Realize that if you're making money off of people, you need to put people above your products, and then your products will sell. Your products will do great. Especially, this is why it irks me to the core, because your product is the best machine on the market. And if you're watching this and you're a Cricut employee or whatever, you don't have anything to be afraid of. That's what I want to say, is you don't have anything to be afraid of. You already have the best machine on the market. Why don't you work kindly with your influencers and work with them? They're gonna say great things about you even if you don't pay them. But when you cross influencers the way that they cross influencers, and cross their audience the way that they cross them, it doesn't matter how good your product is. It doesn't matter if you come out with a product that is gonna blow everybody out of the weeds. Integrity matters. And then for the letter to start with, we hear you, and integrity and love and all the things are our core values. Really? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because it's taken you 6 days to even respond to the uproar that you caused. 6 days. Not even like ooh, we hear you guys, hold on, we're working on this. And everybody communicates differently. Like, I get it. Take some time to cool off. A lot of influencers do that. I am like, let's talk about this right now. I have no malicious intent for anybody, so I don't worry about what my instant backlash is going to be, because I don't want anyone to hurt. But when you're out to take a ton of money from the people that have already given you a ton of money, deliver on it. Deliver on it. Make a really good design program that we are happy to pay $10 a month for. Happy. I do pay for it, but I would gladly tell everybody to pay for it if it was an amazing, amazing design program. Okay. Okay, this is question portion, so if you're rewatching from the replay, I'm sorry. We're gonna go into what you guys want to talk about. You're right, I didn't think about the hurt feelings when I first read it, and took it as a win. Yeah, and feelings are feelings. Like, I get it if we get our feelings hurt, but and we can't always just go off of our feelings. Like, we do have to realize that businesses are going to try to make money off of us, and that's their ultimate job, is to make money off of us. But in reality, it's not actually. Like, we can look back and go that it is, but you are still dealing with people. And for a company that plays off of the emotions as much as they do, to play with emotions how you're doing is a little wrong. Like, at the Cricut conventions, it was all about, like, this got me through cancer. This got me through being just many things in the hospital. And this was my therapy when I lost a family member, and all these things. It's a company that plays on emotion, but then when they evoke emotion, doesn't want to handle it. So I'm not all about feelings necessarily, but when you play on feelings and then you play with feelings, big difference. The heck with feeling, but why pay for a design program that is outdated? Barbara, I get you. Like, feelings, yeah, it doesn't feel good. Facts, It's wrong. All of it's wrong. The program needs to be better. If you killed it and knocked it out of the park with your program the way you do with your machines, I would hands down say, go with Cricut. I don't care what they've done to me. I don't care what they've done to you. Their design program is amazing, just like I do with the machine. I will never stop saying the Cricut machine is the best machine on the market right now. Have I stood by that? Do I still stand by that? Am I gonna go buy the Brother Scan and Cut like today and start using it and revoke those thoughts if I think that it's better? Yeah. They have taken ownership of our design in a way you cannot download to your computer. Yeah, and that's another thing. It's all cloud-based design program. None of it is able to be taken with you. And if you sit and spend hours on a beautiful design in their program, it is not yours. You cannot take it anywhere. Even though it was 10 hours of your time, 5 hours of your time, which it takes way longer to design in Design Space because it's not an actual design program. It's got stars and circles. Stars and circles, guys, remember. So you're sitting there trying to manipulate stars and circles to make them into actual designs. It's still not yours, even though you spent a ton of time on it. Make your design program open to the world, and we will gladly pay for it. I tell people all the time, Silhouette Studio is worth the $50 and the $100, whatever you pay for it, because it's an actual design program and you can keep your designs. Stop wasting your time in Design Space, get out of there, and they're hearing that. They love to hear those parts. They hear those parts all the time. Yeah, I think, and to revoke a decision because you realize it was wrong is one thing. To revoke it because you realize you're losing customers is another way to show us that you really just care about yourselves. I'm going to say money, but it's a business. All businesses care about money. Of course, I want all your guys' businesses to be killer and making a ton of money. And if you're making money, it doesn't mean I'm losing money. But if you're killing off crafting lovers because they can't even function with your machine anymore, you're killing a lot of businesses. Do you think Cricut can ever regain user trust? That's a good question. I think that there are a lot of people who are really willing to forgive because their machine is so good. I think people will forget. I think people will forget about this, and I really actually want them to, and I hope that they knock it out of the park with something amazing. But I've been saying that for over a year now, since the Joy came out. I was genuinely excited for whatever the Joy was going to be, and when I found out what it was, I was really like, really? And then same with the mug press. I get excited when Cricut is coming out with something because they are genuinely a really creative team. Veronica says, I hold grudges I never forget. So I'm not going to speak from a user. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we all agree that the Joy and the mug press are great machines. Don't price them the same as your amazing machines. I am looking at a graphic cutter or Cameo Pro 24. The Joy and mug press are a joke, says one. Can you talk about having multiple machines and what the limitations will be after 12/31? So basically, any machine that you buy after 12/31 will not be a registered machine. You will only be able to upload 20 designs if you do not pay for Cricut Access. But anything, we are grandfathered in if we have a machine, but if your machine breaks and you have to get a new one, you will no longer be grandfathered in if it happens after the end of 2021. But you can also not sell a machine currently that will get grandfathered in. So if you sell a machine that was grandfathered in after the year is over, December 31st, then you cannot, that machine's no longer good for that anymore. You have to pay for access. So I'm leaving Cricut. My machine is on sale now. I have the Joy and it worked, but it won't hook up. So also I was like, we could share projects, but then I forgot we can't share projects if we upload our own designs to it. So I can't do that with you guys, but we can do mega bundles. And honestly, what this is going to give us is another 9 months to prepare my membership to work really good with all the other machines, because honestly, obviously we have sublimation and all that stuff coming out, and I'm excited that that's the route I was planning to go anyways, and not just piggyback off the cutting community, because things like this could happen. But yeah, I don't know. Can you use any other programs to cut on the silhouette? No, but their design program is free. The basic design version is free. So you can just use the silhouette design program, and you can design elsewhere, but it doesn't, you have to have a paid membership, not a membership, a paid program to upload like SVGs. So I bought the business edition. But it's a one-time purchase, and it's yours, and all the designs you have are yours. You can sell them on Etsy. You can sell them on your own website. You can put them in on your website as a free download. You can't do that with Cricut. You just can't do that with Cricut. And they are literally a crafting community. They're not made for business. And especially me, I have a business membership. I want to tailor to what you guys want and need. I can't be behind a program that is that limiting. Even with the paid Cricut access, you don't own the files that you created. So it's not worth our times to teach on. It's not worth our times to learn. The fact that we don't even have to know what weld, slice, attach, and group mean when we use Silhouette Studio, because you're literally designing on the mat that you're going to be cutting on, because it's not like, it doesn't mess around with you. It is what it is. They need to go back and expand on the maker. And this is the problem, is they need to do a lot. And after the last year and a half, all I've heard when I come out with this tea, apparently, or whatever it is, these facts about these machines, I hear they need to work on offset. They need to work on their design program. They need to make sure that their design program doesn't crash. They need to do all these things. They're not hearing this. They're not hearing any of that. Why on earth would they come out with one of those needs? They've heard it. They know. They're not sitting ducks doing nothing. They're paying attention. They're just not listening, and they never have. And now they're going to act like they have. Yeah, because you were trending on Reddit, and 800 people came out with a video who made some of the creators all come out this weekend to talk about this. I was like, where have you been? You haven't been out for a long time. I see you. We're talking about this. This is big. So I was ready to just be like, that was weird. That was dumb. But it's making people mad. Cricut and Silhouette are both in Utah. They should just become one company and put Cricut machines out with Silhouette Studio. I know. I've been saying that all along, Renee, which makes me wonder who the heck was it like, you know that meme that goes around that's like, and this is not facts, because I do love Michael's and Joanne's, but like people are like, I have this facade that like Michael and Joanne were married one time and they got in a fight, and so they just created their own worlds. Is Silhouette and Cricut the same thing? I don't think so, but they are both in Utah, so it's very interesting. Okay, that is all I'm going to talk about today, because my camera is dying, my phone is dying. I know I didn't get to too many questions, but I did realize, wait, what time is it? Oh well, we can talk for a little bit longer, because I just realized it's only 2, not 3. Can it do a tall mug or larger mugs? So no, the mug press cannot. I think maybe you can come up with a hack to try to do it, but it's not designed to do it all in one. So Young Living and doTERRA. Yeah, what are all these companies that got divorced and started their own? South Hill Designs and Origami Owl, I know for a fact that was one of them. They worked together and then they split and they made 2 different companies. The over 300 million from the IPO should be a nice influx of cash to see what they do with. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea if that's going to help or make it worse or what, but hopefully it does. LOL, those are in Utah. They are, yeah. Oh, doTERRA, and yeah, I know those are in Utah. You can hack with 20 or 30 ounce skinny tumblers. I wish I had started with Silhouette. Me too, honestly. So, but I do have a friend, me and Jackie are going to learn the silhouette together, and then a friend and I are going to learn the Brothers Scan and Cut together, because both of them want to learn those machines. And I was like, I'm going to learn them with you. We're going to learn them. It's time. It is time. Sounds right to me. Cut the price in half or more and I'll buy one. Yeah, so it's an interesting time to be a crafter, a Cricut crafter. It sucks. It's like super lame that any of this is even a thing. I have the business version of Silhouette, trying to learn it now. Yeah, I'm actually filming the Silhouette Studio 101 next week. So if you're wondering how to use the design program, I will come out with a full overview of it, my favorite tips and tricks and what I love to use it for most, some time-saving hacks, how to manipulate your other SVGs and change out different things, how to work with R files with it. One of my favorite things is how easy it is to take an SVG and some clip art and things like that and pattern paper and make sublimation. So we'll be working on that. You would have to upload it to Design Space. Yeah, so you have to, if you're still using your Cricut machine, you have to upload your final project to Design Space, which would then be one of your 20. But again, that's not going to happen until the end of the year, so we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I have a feeling, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. I have a feeling they may still retract more, but don't put that out there. Like, don't think that that's real, because that's just my having the benefit of the doubt or whatever. I met you a long time ago in San Francisco when I signed up to be a Cricut blogger. Lots has changed since then with Cricut. The Diva Diaries. I remember that. Oh my gosh. That was a crazy day. I literally drove 3 hours and sat in an hour long of traffic to sit there and Cricut with the Cricut team. That, oh, that was crazy. And I met some other bloggers. That was fun. That was really fun. How are you doing? Are you still blogging? There are going to be a lot of used Cricuts on the market for cheap. There are. Sell them before the 31st, December 31st, because I think if you, can you register it now? You'll still have those uploads. Just upload like crazy until the 31st, December 31st. I keep saying that. We will, and on a brighter note, Disneyland is opening April 30th, so I'm just happy. Like, I don't care less what happens with Cricut, but I do care because it's infecting everybody. So, I just think they're really gonna have to, like, a big pill to swallow for them to realize, like, you done screwed up. I bought the Maker last June without the money saved. I'd rather buy Silhouette Studios on upload to Cricut, but I'm afraid Cricut will soon make it impossible to upload designs using other programs. And that's something too, is this just shows the route they're trying to go. How much further are they gonna go? Like, we can't share projects if we upload stuff. So I get that that protects like copyright stuff. So like if I were to upload stuff that might get in trouble, like I can't share that with you. But like I designed the paper box and I was like, I want to size this and get it ready to go and set the score line so that I can just share the project. Can't do that because I uploaded it. So can't do that. If I design it in Design Space, I wouldn't, because that's dumb. So I can't share it. Like I can share it, but I can't save it to share it for any other users. So just, yeah. If they go too far, the FTC will step in like they did with Microsoft. I don't think anything they're doing is like an infringement of like business rights. I just think that it's really shady to do to people who've invested in their company for the last 2 decades. Now I'm thinking that I should look into using another cutting machine. Silhouette has hard for me to learn, which is why I went to Cricut. But now I know, and I told Landis, I was like, I'm going to use a Silhouette. She's like, it's loud. I was like, I know, but is that really a reason we don't use it? Because it's loud? Like, it is loud, but I think Silhouette is doing an awesome job at working on the things that they need to work on. Their design program is legit. So everything they're working on is all machine-based work. So they're coming out with bigger machines. They're coming out with the Silhouette Portrait, which I'm gonna go grab because I think that that's a really cool machine. It's cute, it's sleek, it's awesome looking. I don't know if it's loud. COVID Disney is the best. The portrait is okay for smaller projects, but if you like doing bigger projects, go with the Cameo 4, even the Cameo 3. I have that, so I want the portrait to try out that whole cutting cardstock without a mat. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. Silhouette is intimidating with the whole pressure settings type thing, but worth it to overcome the fear. That's what I was telling Jackie. I was like, pressure settings can be a little iffy on it. So I just have to sit there, and maybe we'll come out with a really cute printable that like helps you remember all of them, that you can print and put in your studio or your craft room or your dining room, wherever you craft. Is the Pro better? The Pro, I don't know much about Silhouette yet. I just know Silhouette Studio because that's what I use. I love it. I'll have to research how they are now. Yeah, so, and then also the Brother Scan and Cut is supposed to not have any settings, isn't it? Isn't it supposed to just see what you're cutting and tell you and cut it? Oh, Pro is the wide one, yeah. I just can't afford another machine at this point. I have a Cricut Explorer too. Stay with it. Like, stay with your machine. Nobody, like, I'm not telling you to sell your machines. I'm not telling you to get rid of them. I'm not telling you to not use what you already bought. I mean, you bought an awesome machine. Use the heck out of it, dude. Like, use the heck out of it. And then when you have time and money, buy another machine and invest there and think about that. But I use that machine. Like, use Cricut Access for free till the end of the year, and then if you have decided that you want to use a different machine, or if something comes out with something better, I'll be showing other machines off. If you don't want to waste your money, I will definitely be vouching for the machines I think are good and which ones aren't, and I will not say anything is better than Cricut until I actually see that it's better than Cricut. I just will stand by that, and I will never change my mind on. I will always say what I think. I have a Cricut and not a Cameo, so $60 for an upgrade. I never had Silhouette Studio. Sorry, hold on. I have a Cricut and not a Cameo, so is the $60 for an upgrade? I never had. So no, it's not upgrade. It's I don't know what $60 gives the ability to export SVGs. Yeah, I think I paid $50 for mine so I could import and export SVGs, because that was obviously important for me, because I make SVGs and I deal with SVGs only. I only have a Cricut Maker, but I'm looking for a program to download for the program. So it's silhouette.com, silhouetteamerica.com, and then it's like the design program. And you can always download the free version, play with that, and then you can easily upgrade for the difference of the price, but you can also see all the features they offer. So I'm still disappointed with whoever came up with the idea to start charging people. It's not good for business to tick me off, because that's always someone else out there better. Yeah, and I addressed that in the beginning of this video, so I'm just going to keep this semi-short and sweet. I'm going to get going. It's been a long day already, and I still have more to do. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for Crafting with a Noob. We hung out on Amazon today. We did a Zoom, so if you're a business member, check that out if you weren't able to make it, and all that stuff. Oh, update on my business membership. May 1st, when we reopen, we're starting a whole new series for Zoom topics. It's going to be all about finances. It's going to be about business budgeting, setting your prices, startup costs, profit margins, spreadsheets for calculating costs of things. So if you are a business and you've been thinking about it, just giving you a heads up, that's what it's going to look like in May. And all the topics are going to be about that. So if that's something you struggle with or you want to be a part of, May 1st, for that first week, you'll be able to join in. And if you're a business member already, you can just stay a business member. But if you don't want to be, because you're like, I just want to take 3 months off, I don't want to talk about numbers, take some time off. That's what it's designed for. It's not necessarily something I want you guys to be locked into, but definitely want to help you guys out as much as I can. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.